Hey everybody, it's Houghton, and I must apologize. I lied to you. Inadvertently, but I lied to you. I told you in that last video that Meta Knight was going to go down, and I was wrong. Meta Knight is actually the boss of this stage. But that's okay, that just raises the anticipation, right? This mini boss is an aggravation right here because you're in the water when you're on the ground, and in the water you can't suck up the things he throws at you or hit him because all you're doing is that stupid little water jet. Well, the water jet does hurt him, never mind. Doesn't do much to him, but it does hurt him. I stand corrected. Boy, I'm just full of lies today, aren't I? And he is destroying me. Eventually, I think I'll get him anyway. I told you this fight is a big aggravation. This guy's a little bit of an aggravation anyway. But when you're having to fight him in the water, he's even worse. But now he's dead. And I get the throw power back. Which I cannot use because I am underwater. Isn't that convenient? This is the part of the game where it starts getting decently difficult. Like, if you're 5. But not overly difficult. It's really no big deal. Oh! I was going for getting the slot down there so that I could show it to you. There, I got it. See, it goes through every power in the game and then just gives you one randomly. And just like it just did, sometimes it gives you one that is worthless. Except when it comes to breaking blocks that you need to have broken. And again, disregard that noise you just heard in the background. That would be my phone going off. And I'm checking it and doing this video at the same time to see I can multitask. I don't know, there's just something about recording voice and playing a game at the same time that it kind of gets me. Maybe in a different game I might be able to do it. We'll see whenever I do my next game. But because like I said, I am going to do some with live commentary just to get better at it. But also, like I told you, this is a very fast-paced game. And admittedly, it's a little difficult for me to play it and talk at the same time. And the wheel is in the museum. I'm going to assume I need it, since they gave it to me as a secret just before this stage, but I probably won't. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's worthless. And that's the reason I'm not going to go after it. Oh shit. Ah, another one. Those guys become invincible whenever they get into their ugly face state. So they're a pain to deal with if you don't see them coming and you accidentally try to suck them up like that. I was wondering when that was going to happen. Let's try again. This time with less failure. And more crash. Because this game is always better with crash. I don't know when I'm going to use it, but I usually like saving the crash for a useful point. I didn't want to go in there, because without Stone or the hammer I couldn't have gotten down there anyway. See, that's a handy place to have a crash powder, and that's what I like to save crash for. And there. Oh, apparently the crash doesn't hurt me when I'm in tornado form. Awesome. Convenient. And I hit that one way too soon. Ooh, look. A pirate ship. This stage should be fun. And I take 2 damage immediately. But it's okay, I get it back. And that was a waste of time, there's nothing over there. Yeah, if you notice, Kirby floats whenever he's puffed up like that. So, while slow, it's a safe way to get through the water. Apparently I can't get through there. Oh, but there is a secret here. What could it be? I bet you it's something worthwhile. And by worthwhile, I mean totally worthless. Because that's what this game likes to do. Make you go out of your way to get secrets that you really don't want in the first place. And look, that was a dead end. Guess I have to go the other way. Let's find out what the secret was. It's a pill bottle and more aggravating water. Actually, I don't think those things are pill bottles because I don't think they'd want a drug reference in a Kirby game. But that's what I'm going to call them. Because that's what they look like. Actually, they look like soda bottles. That's probably what it is. Soda. Make more sense. Back up to 12 lives. See, I suck up certain parts of this game and I die, but as you can see, it doesn't matter because... How do I get down there? But anyway, I suck up certain parts of this game and I die, and I'm still coming out in the positive with lives. So, I mean, that should tell you a lot about the difficulty of this game. And I'm trying to find out how to get in there. But I'm not seeing anything. Unless they're behind those boxes up there. Might be behind those boxes and I have to have the hammer. Because I discovered that the hammer is the way to break those boxes. And the only way to break those boxes. Which means in part 4, where I asked if anybody knew how to break those boxes, I had absolutely no way of getting the hammer. So, if you want to get that secret, and all it was, if I think was a Maxim tomato, you have to come to like this stage, get the hammer, and then go back to that level in order to break those boxes. Again, a secret, completely pointless. Crash. I love how he crash lands all the stars. Whoa. Falling coconuts. I assume they're coconuts anyway. They might not be. And they explode whenever they land. That's awesome. So now think about it. Let's assume there are 6 stages to this place. Which I think there are 7. Okay, let's say 7. And let's say there are only 6 individual little stages per level. And you get to the top of that little mini game at the end of each stage and get the 1-up. If you can't do math, that means that you will get 42 lives just from that. So again, extra lives, not a problem. And you can always go back to stage 1, like level 1, stage 1, and just redo it over and over and over again, and just keep getting lives and lives and lives. If I really wanted to take the time to grind it out, I could easily get 99 lives with this. But again, I don't care that much, and I know I can beat it. I know I can beat this game with 13 lives, so there's really no need to anyway. And an unavoidable crash. That's fun. Ooh. Thought he was gonna get me for a second, didn't you? I fooled you. Well, this is an aggravation. Because those things fall as soon as they come on the screen. Sometimes not even before they come on the screen. And you can't see them as you're going up, so it's impossible to tell where they are until you've done it once or twice. And even then, you're going to get hit. I think my best bet's just to stay over there on that side. I started that room with full health. I now have 2 health. Again, thank you, Nintendo. Artificial difficulty. Goody, another water and ice stage. They actually don't put the ice power in here near enough. It's there a few times, but for as handy of a power as it is, they need to put it in there more. Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably the reason why it's not in there as much as it is because it's actually handy. Oh, and look. Oh, there's the door. Crash. It's crash time. And it's lose crash time. I am obviously amazing at video games. I'm going to assume that it is possible to get to this cannon in time, but I don't think I've ever been able to. See, I just barely missed it, so there's something I was doing or not doing that I should have been. It probably just takes you to another extra life. And see, I've died twice in this video so far, and I have 14 lives, which is up 2 from what I started this video with. Don't ask me how that happens. I hate these ice stages. But as we all know, every good video game needs an ice stage. You need the firepower in order to get through. You need the firepower to get through those ice blocks. And I don't think there's a way to. God. I don't think there's a firepower in this area, which means you would have to leave the area and then come back. Dear God. At least it starts you back right where you died. You don't have to go through the whole stage. I hope you're getting a kick out of this. Because I know I find it hilarious. What it is instead of just trying to beat the area, I'm trying my best to get the UFO, because the UFO is actually a good power. There, I think I'm actually going to get to keep it. And they're at least decent enough to give you a Maxim tomato right there. Let's go down. Oh look, ice guys. That are extremely easy if you have the UFO. UFO cannot go underwater. I don't think. I didn't. Well, maybe it can. Oh look, it's Meta Knight again. Because we haven't seen enough of him in this game already. Meta Knight is a giant pain in Kirby's ass. Again, UFO power making things a lot easier. And that's the reason why I was trying my hardest to get it in that room and died twice in the process. Or 3 times. I've done forgot. 3 times. I went from 14 to 11 lives. And here we go. We're finally going to teach Meta Knight who's boss. And you have to use the sword power. There's no other way to damage him. So you have to have an awesome sword fight with Meta Knight. This is one of the cooler boss fights in the game. Because it's not just a matter of exploiting weaknesses and using the right power. You actually have to have a little bit of skill to dodge. And he escapes. And that's stage 6. Come on back next time and we'll do the last level of this game and maybe fight D2D. See ya.